Yo, what's up, people? We back. Another day on Keep It G News. And today we talking about BTB Savage again, man. Because there been a lot of rumors going around. I think his sister, the alleged victim from the crime he supposed to committed when the people tried running his house, sister supposed to spoke out. I'm not really buying that. I ain't saying the guy lying that a girl reached out to him about what happened, and it could be, the guy's sister or OMAR Richardson's sister. But I ain't buying the story, because if that was the case, if that story she gave was the accurate account of what happened, then he would have been arrested. Because whatever BTB Savage told the police, the evidence have to line up with that in order for him to get off on self-defense. So it ain't like he can just tell the police a story and they just gonna run with it. No, hell no, they do investigations. You feel me? So I ain't buying her story, I think what he said happened. The guys tried to rob him. I don't know the circumstances that, happened beforehand, but they had some type of relationship. He tried to rob him. Cool. End up dead. But in this video, I want to talk about something else, man. I know y'all see the title. BTB Savage is a victim, but not just a victim of homicide, He's a victim of something else as well, and something that, I talk about on my channel. I don't see it too many other places, but on my channel we highlight it because it's important. What am I talking about? BTB Savage's mother did an interview
Hearing
yesterday.
from the mother of an aspiring rapper who was gunned down in the exclusive River Oaks area last week. The 26-year-old went by the name BTB Savage, and just days before he was killed, he did an interview claiming he was involved in killing someone else who tried to rob him. Now his mother thinks that may have led to her son's death. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is joining us live from downtown with the story. Brooke?
Mel, that rapper who's known as BTB Savage was posting on his social media. He was doing interviews about that deadly robbery just a few months ago. His mother tells me, well, he was just defending himself and didn't deserve to die. She says she tried to beg her son, stop posting and stop doing interviews talking about this.
Gunned down near River Oaks, behind the wheel of a car riddled with bullets. The mom of a 26-year-old rapper known as BTB Savage tells ABC 13 that was her son. Bernita Ward says her son's online persona isn't how she knew him.
I'm not one of those parents who try to cover up, whatever their children's lifestyle is.
To her, he was just Darrell Gentry, his legal name. He served in the military for 4 years and was a father to a 4-year-old son. That's who she says she's most proud of. In February, Ward says her son thought he was going to be featured in a song, his rapping career starting to kick off. Instead, she says a group showed up to his apartment in San Antonio and tried to rob him. Earlier this week, the rapper did an interview with VLADTV describing how he fought off the would-be robber, instructed his girlfriend to shoot him, and then left him to die. When the interviewer asked if he was concerned about retaliation, he said, quote, "They might do what they do, but I'm going to get active. That's all that is." On Thursday, he posted on social media standing in the middle of a bloody crime scene. Hours later, Houston police say he was shot in a drive-by shooting.
I said, take that off of social media. I said, let this family mourn in peace. But they were was taunting my son, telling him that they were going to kill the family, that they were going to make his mama cry, like my son made his mother cry. And I told my son, don't respond. But their family member came to rob my son.
Now she's forced to mourn the loss of her son, who she tried desperately to keep out of danger.
So the moral of this story to me is that two mothers lost two amazing sons, and that their children will be raised without fathers. And that's a sad thing.
Now make sure y'all like, comment, share this video, because this video need to be shared, man. People need to hear this, especially the young kids. If you got kids 17 to 25, shit, play them this video, because it's some things I'm gonna say in here they need to hear straight up and down. And what y'all just heard was BTB Savage mother talking about her son. Come to find out, this man was in the Army 4 years. 4 years in the Army. So, let me take it back to Vlad. So when I was watching that VLADTV interview, because I just watched it yesterday, right? I'm like, yo, something just don't seem right about dude, man. Like, I know his story is real, you know, because when he explained it, he almost visualizing it. So I know what he's saying is real as far as the story. But it was something about the way he was telling it. Like, I don't know, it just ain't sit right with me. I'm like, yo, I don't really know if this dude really, what he portraying himself to be, you know? Yeah, that situation happened, but it's like how you go on here and brag about a murder that you said your girl caught. You feel me? At the end of the day, he was just a victim. And this girl did what she was supposed to do in that situation. So why is you going out here bragging about it? Then it had me thinking about the picture. Like, yo, what type of guy that's really from the streets take a picture in somebody's blood and post it? You know, that was strange to me. That's not really street guy activities. You understand what I'm saying? So it came off to me like, yo, I don't think he's like that. You feel me? He's portraying an image. And we just heard his mother basically admit that. You know, because at the end of the day, regardless of who we all think we is, our parents know you best because they raised you. And in his situation, he went in the Army, which means he couldn't have been rapping for, 2-3 years. He was in his mid-20s when he died. You go to the Army at 18? He spent 4 years in the Army. What's that? Get out at 22? So this gangster persona and this image that he was trying to portray wasn't real. And then I got to think about a video I did on Ja Morant. Because if Ja Morant keep going this way, we might see him end up, and I hate to say this, like Marley Whoop. Marley Whoop was Ja Morant before Ja Morant started all the antics. And we seen how that happened. And more than we like to admit, that's what normally happens when you got these guys that don't really know about the streets. They just see it glamorized and they want to be a part of it. So what'll happen with Ja Morant is he's either going to shoot somebody or end up losing his life or going to prison, because that's what gangsterism has for these type of people. They want to be down type. More than likely, in my life, I seen these guys murdered because they jumped out into the streets late. And when you jump out into the streets late, you miss key lessons that you should have learned when you was young. BTB Savage fits that exact criteria I mentioned in that video. And we see how it happened. And I did this video to wake people up, to realize, like, yo, this real. It is real when you got people that trying to be involved in the streets that don't know. Because they don't know. They end up dead or in prison. But more than likely dead more than often. And we keep saying it. We keep saying it. And it's like, yo, yeah, he's a victim of murder. But he's also a victim of culture. He tried to be a part of something that he really didn't have no business being a part of. All because of it being glamorized to us. In them pictures, you don't see no tattoos. You can't even have tattoos to go in the Army. So when did he get all these tats? Who built him up for him to crash like this? That's what happened, man. Whoever built him up for him to fall. And he fell hard, man, and it cost him his life. Because he's trying to be something that he wasn't in order to fit in to the music industry. And we are part to blame. Because it shouldn't be that way. These guys, if you got a talent, you should be able to use your talent without having to portray a certain image. You understand what I'm saying? People need to be who they are and still be able to make money. But for some reason, I don't know if it's warranted or not, But whoever promotes these people think that we got to portray an image. We got to get some tattoos. We got to get some guns. This man probably was a registered gun owner. Probably never been in trouble. But yet, since he wanted to be a gangster, he ended up how so many gangsters end up. And that's dead and in the grave, yo. And it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be. And it all makes sense to me now, man. All the series of events. It all made sense to me. And it was people around him, because one of his homeboys got on Instagram and he basically put out a statement saying he was telling them. But that's what happens when you put money with image. Especially in a situation where a guy really don't know better. Because that's what happened with my man. I think I told y'all about him before. That's how I know these things are real. I know they exist because I seen it in real life. A dude I grew up with. Knew he wasn't like that. I went to prison. I start hearing all these things he doing on the streets. I come home, I see it for myself. But now, me being who I am, I'm trying to tell him certain things, but he got money now. I ain't had the money at the time. He got money. So he not listening to me, but I'm like, yo, you don't know what you're doing, yo. You're making all kinds of mistakes out here. But it gets to a point where a person get money and they think they're above approach. You know? They think just because they got money, they know what they doing. But that's not what they mean. It don't mean that. That just mean you good at getting money on what you good at getting money on. That don't mean you know about this. You understand? BTB Savage should have been more open and listen to the people that was around him, because I could tell by his homeboy, whatever his name is, I can tell by how he writing. He's really from the streets. You understand? It's a difference. And they glaring, and you can spot them when you see them, between a guy that's really in the streets and a guy that's perpetrating, a guy that's portraying an image. And that's what BTB Savage was, man. And it's sad that now his mother's in a situation where she gotta bury her son, yo, when he could have just been original. Been who he was. Could have still rapped about scamming. You didn't have to get out here. He didn't have to get out here and speak on that shooting. He had people around him telling him. But since he didn't know better, because like I say, certain lessons you supposed to learn young. You understand? He didn't know better, so he didn't think it was nothing wrong with it. Thought he had it all figured out. But in reality, yo, when them guns get to flying, yo, they don't have names on them. And even if you prepared, there's a chance you won't make it, man, because you can fire 15 shots in 3 seconds. And a hand is always quicker than an eye. People got to remember that, man. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, man. Did y'all see the same things I seen in that interview? Was other people able to spot it? Because I'm saying I seen it. What can be done in the future to avoid these type situations where you got people they got a talent in the music industry? They got a talent, but it's like their talent is not enough. They got to have the image with it. What can we do to kill that image? Because it got to get killed, because if it don't, it's going to keep killing our young black males. Our young black entertainers with talent. I don't know, man. I know I'm sick and tired of saying it in the entertainment industry, and I'm tired of saying it in real life because it happened both places. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Just keep it G News. And I'm
probably gonna die if I lead a clan. You got your turn and you turned your back. You turned around, ain't no turning back. I can't be the boss and no us and that. I'm bringing bow and I'm bipping with 2 times. I bought the drink and the cake, got a coupon. Make 20,000 a neck on a futon. Sitting out, cause my brother in Jumon. Why you telling people you selling fentanyl? Why you telling feds you selling shit at all? Why you telling cops if you about to get it all? I'ma tell you now, then I'm already squeezing. You be dreaming about your dreams. I be living out my nightmares. I be missing out in bed. The other night she was right there. I be lurking with my bros. I be crying with my mom. She be praying to the Lord that I don't turn into a monster. You be dreaming about your dreams. I be living out my nightmares. I be missing Kevin Bates.